Good morning, friends. It is Kendra with the Prosperous Projector. And I wanted to hop on today and have a conversation with you about aligning with your vibrant vitality and stepping into your personal power as a projector. And I really just want to speak to you today, just off the cuff. I want to riff on this a little bit because I truly believe and I know that as a projector entrepreneur, it is so important for you and for myself included, because I am a projector as well, for us to really pay a lot of attention to our own alignment, to our own energetics. Because the way that we are able to step into our success and step into our prosperity is to be first and foremost energetically aligned, and for us to know how to step into our own personal power. So first, what I want to speak to is the fact that as a projector, right, as a human design projector, you are already quite gifted at reading energy, at organizing energy, managing energy, guiding energy. Is something that comes quite natural to you, right? You're really great at seeing into the other person, at being able to read the energy of the person that you're with, or if you're in a space, in a particular space with more people, you're able to kind of read the energy of the room. And because of that, you're able to then use the information that you're receiving from the energetics of others to help you guide the individuals in front of you, or to help you guide a project, right? But before we can get there and receive the invitations to do that, I believe that it is so important that we first spend the majority of our time with ourselves, learning how to manage our own energy, learning how to navigate our own energetics, really becoming masterful at our thought life and our emotional life first. Because as you know, as a projector, you're not self-themed as bitterness. So if you are walking around with any layers or levels of feeling bitter about things not working out the way that you wanted them to, about failures that have happened in the past, about relationships that have hurt you in the past, about mistakes you've made in the past, about, if you're feeling like you're not being seen or heard, if you're walking around with any of that bitterness in your body, in your energetics, then the actions that you take, they're not going to be fully aligned. They're not going to be as potent and powerful as they could be. So your very first priority as a projector entrepreneur is to focus on how you are feeling, is to focus on your own energetics, is to learn how to step into your own personal power. So let's talk about this idea of personal power for a moment, because we all have access to our own personal power. But what I think is that we forget sometimes. We can get so tied up in the circumstances around us and what's going on in our lives and what's going on in our world. We can get so pulled into other people's challenges and issues that we begin to give our power away to the things outside of us. And your work as a projector to tap into your vibrant vitality, to be able to tap into your personal power, is to be super aware of what is happening, to be super aware of your thoughts, to be super aware of your energy. Hi, Deanna. Thank you so much for all the love. It is for you to be super aware of what's happening inside of you first and foremost. And so this isn't something that you just do once and you move on. This is a everyday practice, and it's a devotion to self, right? It's a devotion to you. It's a devotion to the spirit that is within you, that wants to serve, that wants to lead, that wants to guide the people you are meant to guide, right? But in order for us to step into our personal power, you've got to take the time each day to actually step into your heart, into your energy, into the spirit that is within you, to help you clear away anything that you may be carrying that you're not aware of, okay? So, for example, a part of my daily, everyday routine is to always, first in the morning, to have a moment of quiet time, right? I drink cacao every morning, so I'll drink cacao, I'll say my prayers, I will meditate, I will journal, because it is my responsibility to make sure that my energy, my emotions, and my thoughts are in alignment, that they're in a good place, right? If for any reason I'm still holding on to any residual things that happened the day before, or if I'm thinking about what's coming up in the future and I'm kind of stressing over that, it's my responsibility. It is your responsibility to pull yourself back, to pull your power and your energy back from those things that are irrelevant at the moment and bring it back within yourself. Right? So when I speak about personal power, it really is about your alignment. It is about working through, and increasing your level of resiliency, right? Because what we tend to do is we allow the circumstances of our perceived reality, of what's happening outside of us, to take over us and to take our power. And it leaves you feeling overwhelmed. It might leave you feeling doubtful or feeling like, how is this going to happen? How am I going to get here? How am I going to get there? That is not the place, that's not the position you want to be in when you're trying to create this life and this business that you desire, right? It's just going to keep creating more of the same, So I'm really big on having practices that you can put in place each day to help you bring yourself back into alignment. And if you need to do them several times a day, then you do them, right? So think about, what are you doing each day? What are you doing when you get up in the morning? Are you just like getting up in the morning and going straight into your workday, or going straight into being a mom, or going straight into your household duties? Are you taking the time in the morning to check in with yourself, to check in with your vision, to check in with how you're feeling, to check in with the thoughts that are happening? A question that I love to ask myself to kind of get, to increase my level of awareness is, I'll the question, Kendra, what's happening below the surface? What's really going on below the surface right now? And I'll ask that question, I'll let myself write. And whatever comes up, I take note of that, right? Because if we don't consciously and deliberately ask ourselves those questions, then it's so easy for you just to operate on autopilot and to go about your day doing the things that you always do, and then get to the end of the day and be like, okay, this didn't happen, that didn't happen, it takes you back into that vortex of what is not working. And you go to sleep, you get up the next day, and you repeat the same process. So as a projector entrepreneur, your ability to be intentional and deliberate with how you show up in your day has to be your number one priority. Deliberate in how you show up. Are you asking yourself the questions? Are you checking in with yourself? Are you asking yourself, okay, what's going on here? What is this thought I'm thinking? Are you checking in with how you're feeling? Right? Especially if you are an emotionally defined projector, it's so important for you to be highly aware of your emotional state. Right? Not so that you can try to fix it or change it or to try to rebel against it, but so that you are aware of it. Because when you're aware of your emotional state, you can then take aligned, intentional, and deliberate action to help yourself get to a better feeling place. Okay? How are you taking care of your energy as a projector outside of your business? Right? Are you hydrating? Are you moving your body? Are you meditating? Are you getting into nature? Are you giving yourself space and time to imagine, to vision, to dream? Right? These are things as projectors we need to give ourselves permission to do, because you want to be operating from bliss. You want to be operating from joy. You want to be operating from excited expectation versus operating from that space of looking at what hasn't happened yet, right? Of looking at what isn't there or what's not there. So part of your stepping into your personal power is really honing in on your level of self-awareness and recognizing when you are out of alignment. If you are feeling better as a projector, you're out of alignment. And so instead of continuing to try to push forward and move forward from that space, you've got to stop and say, okay, what is happening beneath the surface? I want you to ask yourself that question. Make that part of your daily questions. What's happening beneath the surface right now? am I feeling? What am I thinking? Take the time to do that. What so many of us want to do is we want to try to hurry up and get to the vision or to the thing that we want as our goal and our intention. That we just bypass this whole awareness piece. And if you do that as a projector, what tends to happen is you kind of get stuck in this on position. You're going and going and going. You get sucked into that sacral vortex of all the generators that are out there doing this and doing that, and you get sucked into that, thinking that okay, I just need to take more action. I just need to push a little bit more. I just need to do this. No, what needs to happen is you need to stop and check in with yourself, regather your own personal power, build yourself back up, and then move forward. So the other day I was having a conversation with a projector entrepreneur, and what she was talking about is she's ready to receive clients, right? She has done all the things, she has certifications she feels like that she needs, and she wants clients now, paying clients, right? She's doing a lot of free work. But her language was, it's so hard to get clients. It's so hard to get clients. I feel like I'm struggling. Right? I feel like this is so hard, right? And I would offer her some solutions. I would say, what if we focus on this instead? What if we focus on that instead? She would say, yeah, but I can't do that because I don't have any clients yet. So if you catch yourself doing that, say, yeah, but, then you're stuck in an old pattern. You're stuck in an old way of thinking. Okay? And for operating from that space, operating from past failures, right? Another thing she said to me was, I tried this in the past, it didn't work. Listen, we cannot operate today based upon what happened in the past. We can't do that. If you are operating today based upon what happened in the past, you're literally just recreating the past, right? Yes, Deanna, talk and Atomic Habits. Yeah, that's a book that is on my reading list that I want to get to. Atomic Habits. I've been hearing a lot of things about that book. So, if you are thinking about things that have happened in the past, and allowing what happened in the past to dictate your actions that you are taking today, you will not be able to tap into your vibrancy and your personal power. Right? You can't do that. You gotta let that go. And that is why getting quiet, tuning into your heart, tuning into spirit, tapping into that higher self in you, tapping into your connection with God is so important. And if you don't bring yourself back to this space here, then you're out here just frantically creating and trying to create the life and the business that you desire versus being deliberate with the power that you have been given, being deliberate with your energy. Another thing that I wanted to mention today as well, especially for my projector entrepreneurs, is simplicity. Simplicity. Look at your life right now. And look at your business right now. What are the things in your life and business that are taking up way too much of your mental and emotional energy? What is taking up way too much of your mental and emotional energy in your life and in your business? Take a personal inventory and look at the things. If you are spending a lot of time, for example, stressing about the fact that the website needs to be updated, or stressing about the fact that you haven't created any content, or stressing about the fact that you need to do this task in business, I invite you to look at how might you be able to outsource that particular thing. We think in our minds, like, oh, there's no way I can outsource that. I can afford to outsource that. I can afford to have someone do this. Actually, you can, because you can't afford not to. The more you sit in that space of letting your energy just be used up on things that can be simplified, you are actually costing yourself money, joy, ease, because you want to try to take it on and do all the things. We've got to learn how to reach out and ask for help. We've got to learn how to ask for help from our spirit squad, right? Tuning in and connecting to the spiritual realm, that the unseen realm, to give ourselves permission to do that. And And we also give ourselves permission to actually reach out to physical people to say, hey, I'm wondering if you could help me with this. I'm wondering if, what it would look like for you to do, if you could do this for me. You're going to do those things. How can you simplify the things in your life and business? How can you streamline the things in your life and business? I want to speak to my projector entrepreneurs here for a moment, because streamlining is so important in your business. If you are an entrepreneur and you have like 5, 10, 15 different offers, and you feel like you got to keep creating new offers, I want to invite you to stop. And I want to invite you to hone in on the one thing you know that you are here to help people with. What is that one thing? What would your life and your business look like if you gave yourself permission to focus on that one offering, that one service? What would it look like if you gave yourself permission to become masterful at that one thing? Many of you don't do it because your mind starts going into this lack mindset of, oh, if I only focus on one thing, then there's not going to be not enough people are going to buy it, or I'm not going to have enough of this or enough of that. No. It will actually free up a ton of space for you to be able to support and serve more people. You know why? Because when you streamline and bring in your focus, what happens is that you're able to actually create space, and you're actually able to bring more clarity into your space. And when you have more clarity breeds confidence. Clarity breeds aligned action taking. So right now, if you feel like you're lacking clarity and you don't know what to do, I want to ask you where can you simplify things in your life and in your business? Because when you're able to do that, oh my gosh, again, it brings up so much energy. And that also is where you're able to begin to cultivate that vibrant vitality that you already have. That's where you're able to cultivate your ability to step into your personal power and have that time to connect with your heart, to connect with your higher self, to really listen for what your next aligned actions and steps are. Right? So focus on your alignment, increasing your level of resiliency, shifting your identity, right? How do you see yourself? Do you see yourself as the one that you were 3 or 4 years ago when you were struggling with whatever you were struggling with? Or do you see yourself as the prosperous and vibrant and healthy and successful woman that you are becoming? Shift your identity. Ask for help from the people around you and from your spirit squad that wants to support you. Okay? So as you go about your day today, I want you to check in around and pay attention to what are your dominant thoughts? What are your dominant thoughts? What are your dominant beliefs? And what are your dominant emotions of the day? And if you notice that they're not aligned with, they're not a match with what it is that you're wanting to create, then you get to fix them. That's you tapping into your personal power. That's you recognizing that, oh, wait a minute, my thoughts and my emotions and what I believe is not lining up with this thing I say I want to create. Let me work on that. Let me create. The thought, the belief, the emotional energy that's going to support me in getting where I want to go. Thank you, Deanna. All right. So work on those actions today. And then what I want to share with you, last but not least, there are a couple of ways that if you are looking for support, I can support you. Right now, my one-to-one mentorship spaces are available. I have 3 of them available if you are ready to have someone to support you in reaching your next level of prosperity and success in your life or business. I would love to support you, especially if you're a projector entrepreneur. I will leave my link below so that you can book a connection call for us to determine if my one-to-one soul aligned mentorship is right for you. And then the next piece that I have available for you is I have a brand new program that is coming out really soon. I'm writing the pre-sale phase of it right now. It's called the Prosperous Projector Paradigm. And now this is a 12-month embodiment and personal power journey for projector entrepreneurs who are ready to expand on the inside so that your life and business can expand result. So what we'll be doing over these 12 months, really diving deep into aligning with your design, your human design, through conditioning. We're going to work on raising your resiliency using EFT, emotional freedom technique. You're going to up-level your identity and close the gap between where you are and where you want to be. All right. So you're in pre-sale for the Prosperous Projector Paradigm right now. I do have an application available because it is application only. So I will also drop that link for you as well, so you can fill out the application if you are ready for that. This is a 1-year commitment. This is for the person who's really ready to make some significant change and transformation in their life. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you so much for your lovely comments. If you're watching the replay, please hit hashtag replay in the comments, and I would love to come back around and connect with you. If you have any questions about what we talked about today, you can leave them below as well. And if you feel called to share this message with anyone that you may know, I would very much appreciate it if you would share it with them and help spread the message of prosperity and personal power. All right. Sending you lots of love. Thank you so much.